Our story takes place on the corner of Figueroa and Chickern Boulevard in downtown Los Angeles, where the Clippers take on the Lakers for the first time this season. Kawhi Leonard is back and looked good in his return on Sunday. And they'll need all of it tonight as the Clippers take on one of the best teams in the West. LeBron James has also returned to the floor after missing the first month. He now joins a Lakers team that sits at number 3 in the West. Very impressive start for the Lakers, first of 4 against the Lakers here. And there you see it. This is a cup game, and the only 2 undefeated teams in West Group B face off right here in downtown Los Angeles. We welcome you inside alongside Jim Jackson. I'm Brian Seaman. Great to have you with us. Jamie Maggio joins us in just a moment. Well, clearly on the road trip, James Harden told us that age is nothing but a number. Whether he was battling in overtime, whether he was bringing the Clippers back despite not having 3/5 of a starting lineup, he just continues to impress each and every night.
It's unbelievable the amount of respect that you gain from watching an individual like this game in and game out. We knew James Harden from afar, but to watch how he's operated the last year and a half has just been amazing. The numbers say one thing, but his presence, his leadership, the ability to focus in, to play when he's tired, to play when he's hurt, to play when, you know, he just doesn't feel like it, but he's an ultimate pro. And because of that, he put the Clippers in positions to win some games.
Now you've got Kawhi Leonard back in the lineup. It could make things very interesting.
Well, it does, because it alleviates the pressure of James Harden to have to do everything, because we know Kawhi has his own gravity. He gets to his spot. Defensively, he's going to have an impact. He's going to assist on the rebounding side. So happy to see Kawhi back in the lineup, probably not more than James Harden.
Well, last February when Luka Doncic was traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers, everybody knew the Lakers got yet another generational talent this season. He has not disappointed. MVP-like numbers.
I said this when the trade happened. It's probably the best thing for Luka long term, meaning it made him refocus on what's important. 1, getting in better shape. 2, he has a chip on his shoulder, which may not be good for the rest of the league based on these numbers. So I think in the long term, it's the best thing. This Laker team now with LeBron James coming back is going to be potent. But I'd love to see best players on the court, except for tonight.
You mentioned it. They're third out west, and now LeBron James comes back.
It's unbelievable. The development of Austin Reeves and everybody else has been incredible. I think DeAndre Ayton. But look for LeBron to do a lot more cutting, running, spotting up, allowing Luka to kind of handle the ball a lot more, but still use the high IQ and the playmaking of LeBron James. That duo is devastating.
Well, one thing the Clippers can do tonight is feed the beast. Ivica Zubac has woken up, and the Clippers need to find him here tonight. Jim Jackson breaks it down on the other side. Basketball is brought to you by Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Los Angeles Clippers and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to the game live. By Nissan. This holiday season, add an award-winning Nissan to your list at the Nissan Year-End event. By Mercury Insurance. And by Grey Goose, official partner of the Clippers. Make time wait. Well, you look at the last couple of years, it always felt like the Clippers were at their best when they went to Ivica Zubac early and often. On this road trip, it seems like they got back to that a little bit.
They did, because it's a secret formula or a secret sauce if you get Big Zoo established early. And I'm going to show you what we're talking about. Chris Dunn is going to clear the lane here. And once he does that, he's going to take his defender with him. But that's not all. Pay attention here. Going to freeze it one more time. And now Zoo has all of this space to work with. Why? It's because you have a shooter, shooter, shooter. And now the defense can't creep in. That's a prime one-on-one opportunity for Zoo to kind of hit that running jump hook, sky hook, whatever you want to call it. But then also trusting that he can get either side of the paint and take care of it. When the double team comes, 2.4 assists a game, he's making the right play, whether it's scoring or making an assist. You can always trust Zoo will make the right decision with the ball in the paint.
Well, they will need the former Laker tonight. Clippers look to get back on track. It's Clippers, Lakers next. Casino, official partner of the LA Clippers. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga, conveniently located right off the I-15 in Temecula. And by your local Kia dealers, visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Well, through the years, Tyronn Lue, LeBron James in different roles, of course, winning a championship back in 2016. There you see him with Team USA, and have obviously gone head-to-head several times since Ty took the job back in 2020 here with the Clippers and Lakers. Tonight's game presented by Mercury Insurance. I will say it is nice to be back in downtown Los Angeles. Certainly we miss our Intuit Dome. We'll be there on Friday, but good to see some familiar faces, and Clippers are hoping for some familiar results. Clippers did win the Hallway Series despite a lopsided start. This is the crew that's going to try to get it done. For the Lakers, you're missing DeAndre Ayton out there. We'll talk about him. He has been really good for the Lakers. As we set it down to the third member of our broadcast team, Miss Jamie Maggio.
Brian, thank you very much. Well, since Tyronn Lue has taken over as head coach of the Clippers, they've actually been pretty dominant against the Lakers with a record of 13-6. If you look bigger picture, they've actually won 38 of the last 51 meetings. These are your Ticketmaster stats. Now, in speaking with Ty Lue before the game, he said, you know, next man up mentality doesn't really apply when the man that you're stepping up for is Kawhi Leonard. So their Clippers are really happy to have him back, and they want to build upon that in having him back in the lineup. Ty also said they want to keep the Lakers in this matchup, specifically Luka, off the free throw line. Guys.
Jamie, thanks. There is Tyronn Lue. Won a couple of titles with the Lakers, and there's JJ Redick. JJ and Ty were teammates in Orlando for maybe a few weeks. JJ has done a wonderful job with this team this year without LeBron James. He's gotten, as you pointed out, a very healthy and fit Luka Doncic. But then you have Austin Reeves, who has taken his game to the next level. Speaking of next level, James Harden never leaves that level. It appears, certainly not of late. And the Clippers getting Kawhi Leonard back, there was probably some rust to knock off. It was hard to tell. He looked very good, physically moving. They will need him tonight, along with James Harden and Ivica Zubac, if they want to be competitive with this very good Laker team.
But to think of it, first Kawhi, his movements laterally, I mentioned it. His explosion was there. Yes, the timing will be off. I don't care how long you played this game, how great of shape you're in, how much you've been working. Game situations, timing is going to be off. I see that to be better. One of the big keys here, advantage inside is Zoo. Go to him early and often to see how Jackson Hayes and the Lakers are going to defend them. And as always, when you're on the road, got to value the ball and limit those by ball turnovers.
That's been the trick all season long for the Clippers. Luka Doncic predictably gets the first touch for the Lakers. They'll have it to start the fourth quarter as well. Rui Hachimura, the three, it is good. That has been a missing color in their rainbow. Coming into tonight, fourth lowest three-point percentage in the NBA. That has to turn around. Some good shooters not shooting it well. Hachimura able to knock that one down. Once again, they are going to feed the beast. The double comes from behind. Zeus sniffs it out and swings it over to Chris Dunn. Attacks on Hachimura, gets into the paint. A little turnaround floater. He is good for Chris Dunn.
And I like that because Chris drove the closeout, didn't settle for a jump shot. So we kind of see the game plan is to double Zoo quickly before he puts it down. Now the Clippers just have to make plays out of it.
Speaking of making plays, he does it seemingly every time he's on the floor. Luka Doncic with his first basket, putting up massive monster numbers. 34 points a game, 9 assists, 8 rebounds for the 12-4 Lakers. Leonard. Give is to Dunn. He's taken both shots so far. He's made both shots, and he ties up the score.
And that time, James gave it up. Kawhi able to penetrate. And because Chris Dunn had that first shot go in, that was a less stressful three-point shot to knock in.
Doncic, the fadeaway from the foul line. Leonard, the rebound, hands to Harden. 10:24 to play in the first quarter. We're tied at 5. Collins behind the defense. Over the outstretched arm of Hachimura, and the Clippers now lead 7-5. James, his third game after dealing with sciatica to open up this season. Reeves misses on the 3. Hachimura there for the mid-range rebound and knocks it in. Lakers just 18th in the league in second chance points. But they are very efficient in the two-point range. They are leading the league at 62% on all two-point field goals. Not so much beyond the arc, but they are finding ways to win. 4 times this year, they've had less than 10 threes. That's third most in the league, but they've won 2 of those games. Hard to do in this day and age. Hachimura, the fadeaway, get it out.
It is hard. You know, three ball has to be relevant. It's just interesting that Luke is only shooting 31%, but has never been a high percentage three-point shooter, despite some of the highlight films that we've seen of him making some.
Harden gets the space, can't knock down the shot. Hayes leaks out, very, very athletic. Gives to Reeves, not great spacing, but Reeves is able to create something out of nothing, which he has done really all year long, averaging a career high 28 points, scoring +8 from a year ago.
Well, his confidence is at an all-time high. One, I think, because Luka and LeBron both trust him. Speaking of trust, when Zoo gets it that deep and the team doesn't come, the beauty of what Zoo can do, he can go left hand, right hand, able to finish equally with both.
Averaging 19 points and 13 rebounds in his last 10 games. Doncic is fouled. Are they going to say it is on the floor? Nope. 2 free throws coming for Doncic.
Excellent catch, gather, finish. Zoo right there through the contact. And the question with Austin Reeves, too, think about it. Was he really a number 2 or is he a number 3 player? Could he create his own shot if LeBron and Luka was not on the court, if the defense, geared towards him? And I think he's answered that question and got high marks from that as well.
Went from a nice ancillary piece, 3rd or 4th on the depth chart as far as getting shots, to I had a 51-point game, followed that up with a 41-point game as Doncic at the free throw line here for the Lakers. This is a thing to pay attention to here for the Lakers. When he gets to the free throw line 10 or more times, they're 8-1. Less than 10, 1-2. As you can see, it doesn't happen all that often. And Luka at the stripe, 1 for 2. Clippers down by 1. Leonard drives on Doncic, 2 foes from the playoffs a few different times. Collins, top side to Dunn, 4 to shoot, accelerates, creates a space, holds the finish and knocks it down. And Chris Dunn is 3 for 3. He has 7 of the 11 for the Clippers.
Excellent decision by Chris to get 2 feet in the paint. And speaking of which, that's with LeBron and Luka, when they turn the corner, it's tough on the bigs because they know they're runners and they can finish. So you come up and creep a little bit. That allowed Jackson Haynes to get behind for the lob.
Harden creates the open 3 for Collins, and he knocks it down. Back and forth we go here in downtown Los Angeles. Some nice shot making. The Clippers 6 of 8 from the field. The Lakers 5 of 8.
I like the flow right now to the offense for the Clippers. And speaking of not a high percentage, but when he gets open, Luka above the break 3, able to knock it in.
A teeter-totter first quarter. Lakers out in front by 1. Zoo makes the read. Dunn drives on Doncic. Back over to Zoo. Great idea. Better defense by Hayes. Here come the Lakers. LeBron leads the charge. Hachimura tries to drive on Leonard, who recovers well. James a straight on 3. Another second effort here. This time it goes to Reeves. Clippers get the rebound. Down by 1. Kawhi open for 3, lets it fly, book it for Kawhi. And again, back and forth we go. Clippers are 7 of 9.
And I don't know if you noticed, James Harden right now is really making concerted effort to get Kawhi involved early. And I think 2 things. One, it helps Clipper offense, but it also benefits him.
Oh, they say it is on the floor. Chris Dunn choking down some canary feathers. That will send us to break. 6:42 to play in the first quarter. Clippers out in front by 2.
Well, this is the way you want to start. The pace of play, secondary players stepping up. They're going to double Kawhi, double Zoo, take the ball out of Harden's hands. Everybody else has to step on him, but it's great to see him play number 2. Now, the scouting report on Chris is that you lay back and you allow him to shoot. Well, first thing he does, put it on the deck, scores. Pops out, he knows he's going to be open, set those puppies, shoot in practice, follow through, splash. Then once again, now you mix it up. Brewery, a little bit bigger, that's right, I'm 6'3", can finish over the top. So Chris proving that he can get the job done.
Remember the time when I used to play the crickets? The cricket sound. That was a good one. That was good. To your point of James Harden trying to get everybody involved. Clippers 7 made field goals, 7 assists, moving the ball around, looking very good. They're out in front by 2. Doncic goes to work on Harden. He gets close to the well and able to lay it in. And now Doncic with 8. He leads all, and he ties up the score at 17.
At 6'8". Drop the LBs. A little bit more quickness to his step and also a little bit more elevation as well.
Kawhi stumbling, covers, puts it up and in, but they will not count that one either.
See, I mentioned this in the game when Kawhi came back. Within your playbook, like a football team, if you're missing a receiver, running back, there's certain plays you can't run because the other players just don't have the same effect. So it's been a big piece of offense missing because Kawhi is not there. That opens up other things, and that little curl play is a perfect example.
5 to shoot for Harden. Drives on Doncic, deflected by Marcus Smart, who was just checked in. Kawhi for 3, straight but strong. Hayes the rebound. Marcus Smart, a good pickup, one of the great winning basketball players in the NBA. Doncic stops and lets it fly. He loved it all the way. It's his second 3, and he puts the Lakers out in front by a count of 20-17.
You don't want him to start getting hot from behind the three-point line. We've seen it too often with the Clippers when he was with Dallas, when he began to find some range and fire from behind the three-point line.
It was a game in Dallas about 3 or 4 years ago. He scored 30 in the first quarter. They tried to put Zoo on him, and he went to work. Lakers get the rebound. They lead by 3. It's a feel-good 3 for Doncic. He's got that look again, and it's a timeout for Ty Lue. Doncic now with 14 in the first quarter. 5:18 to play.
I mentioned that he has a different motivation, I believe, this year to prove that he is the guy. And right there, when he's hitting three-point shots, it's really tough to stop. But the Clips have to figure out a way to take him out of his rhythm.
It's shown an 8-0 run. We talked about it in the open. MVP-like numbers for Luka in a race. And it's early. We're not even a quarter through the season. But, boy, these numbers, these players are simply outrageous.
It's what they're all doing across the board is just phenomenal. But the one face, if we were to put like right in here somewhere, over there we go, over there, is Cade Cunningham. And what he's doing with those Detroit Pistons, who I don't know if they won tonight, going for 13 in a row, maybe 14 in a row. But the numbers he's putting up, I can see if they end up winning the Eastern Conference, that Cade is a strong, strong, strong possibility for league MVP.
They are off tonight.
So they play Boston tomorrow for that?
That's when that is.
Okay.
Harden trying to force the issue out of the timeout. Does count it on a foul and give him one more on the house. I'm not sure that was the play, just a steamroll down the lane, but we will take it.
Well, this is why I love when Kawhi is back in uniform. James can pick and choose his spot. He can set everybody up, allow the team to kind of lull to sleep a little bit, and then when he needs to score, he can go. Then he can pull back. He can play the kind of mind games that you see the great players play. Luka does it at times when he's just feeding. Then all of a sudden he goes into his scoring mode.
Ty Lue trying to play mind games against the Lakers. He's got 2 Kobes out there, Kobe Brown and Kobe Sanders. Sanders has been a starter in placement of Derrick Jones Jr. and or Kawhi Leonard, and has held his own, all things considered. Doncic, last 8 for the Lakers, misses there. Clippers get the rebound inside of 5 minutes to play. It's 23-20. Lakers out in front. Clippers shooting 61% from the field. Lakers at 60. Kobe Brown drives and dishes to Collins. 5 to shoot. Harden going to have to bail him out again. This time it's a deep 3. Doncic the rebound. 4:30 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, good job by the Lakers by keeping the Clippers more perimeter oriented on that possession. And speaking of which, I mean,
it was February 10th, 2022. Luka Doncic had 28 points in the first quarter and hit 7 threes against the Clippers. He's got 17 right now with 4:10 to play. He is showing signs of being ready.
I think you need to stop talking about that. I think you need to let that go. And our guy James. So are we going to start keeping track of the first quarter fouls on the 3 for James? Like, it becomes something that we have to have happen. And he got him on the follow through. I mean, And Luka here in transition, you got to give him his space. Even though he's not the quickest, fastest, but his ability to get by you have to be able to recognize that and give that some credence, and that's when he uses that step back for three.
Let's get a quick word from Jack in the Box.
The best rated burger in fast food with more beef than a Big Mac. Keep up, Ronald.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Harden has been fantastic for the Clippers in first halves this year, averaging 17 points a game in those first halves. We've been able to see it early. Oh, yeah, he's got it going. There was a game where he got it going late. That was in Boston. Clippers down 24. Harden helps engineer a comeback and gives them a chance to tie at the end of regulation. On that trip for the Clippers, 35 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 40% from three. And in his last 7 games coming into tonight, 84 total free throws. Now, despite the barrage that Doncic has put on, the Lakers now lead by 6. I've seen this movie before, and I would never buy the ticket again. This is...
Well, I mean, you keep talking about it. It's your fault. I'm just telling you that right now because you keep bringing up the 7 threes and the 30-plus points, and we saw it. And Kobe, look, the thing about a defensive player, you want to get up into him, but you don't want to give up the drive, right? But I think you do have to force Luka, now that he's hot a little bit, to be a little bit more uncomfortable. He just can't catch and square you up.
Doncic hasn't missed a 3 tonight. Sidestep on the wing, a whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line.
I didn't mean that much up into his space right there on Kobe Sanders. And a lot like James Harden, they'll bait you into with some fadeaways or step backs or side steps. When you lean in right here, forget about it. Oh, his delay kicked out. Delay kicked out. Hold up. We could challenge that one.
And they are going to challenge it. Early review. 3:30 to play in this first quarter. And this is what the Clippers saw. And I'll be honest, we've seen the replay a couple of times, but from a pretty basic angle. And I don't know if there was enough for a whistle there, but I've been wrong many times.
Was it? First of all, where's the contact? Luka fell back.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
He fell back first of all. The leg comes out and makes it.
After review, it has been determined that the defender does not make any illegal contact with the shooter. Therefore, the ruling on the floor of a defensive foul has been overturned to a no call. Imminent possession, no one had the ball. The ball was loose, so we will jump the ball up center circle any 2 players that were in the game at the time of the whistle. The successful challenge gives the Clippers 1 additional challenge, and they also keep their timeout.
There we go. So,
Your thoughts?
So, okay, this is a note because all the officials now know when they see us that they're going to give their best. Okay, so they're working on stuff. He goes back and he watches tape now of how his performance is, just like players. So now you can see his face has softened a little bit, okay, when he's giving his dissertation. I give him a 3.
You're an easy grader. He is. They say progress is not linear. That is not the case here. I give him a 2.9. He did a great job. Harden coming out of the
0.4. That's all you.
2.9.
No, you gave him a 2.5 last time.
Sanders gets the dishes to Collins in the corner. Catch and shoot 3. He's hit another one. Well, the Clippers trying to hang tough here with Luka Doncic, who is smoldering. Doncic with 20 of the 29 for the Lakers. He controls. His former Dallas teammate, Maxi Kleber, out there as well. They look inside to Laravia, cutting off the screen. Doncic now goes back into distribute mode. Laravia gets his first bucket.
And how about Laravia, the role he's been able to play when LeBron was absent? One of the key players for why the games kept rolling in the W column for the Lakers. How about James Harden once again? Sneaky quit.
He's very patient. 8 for Harden. It is a 3-point advantage for the Lakers. Doncic, another 3. In and out. Rebound tapped around, goes to Harden. His head on a swivel as he brings it across half court. feeling it, goes down the lane, blocked by Doncic, recovered by Kleber. Doncic in transition. Batum did everything he could to alter the shot, but Luka now with 22.
I tell you what, last year, that play would be made, but it'd be a lot slower. Okay, Luka got from A to B to C extremely quick. That weight loss paid off.
Whoa! Kobe Brown, what a finish! Hachimura the other way, pinned beneath the net. What a shot by Hachimura. We mentioned it, the shot making here in this first quarter has been something else. Clippers at 58%, Lakers at 63%.
Is that a better way to say defense is a little suspect right now?
I don't want to hurt Jeff Van Gundy's feelings. Defense has been a rumor here, that's it. With some offensive foul on Collins. Third turnover for the Clippers.
Well, watch Luka. This reminds me of the 17, 18, 18, 19 Luka, but not to be denied. How about Kobe Bryant? You said Ty Lue was playing games by two Kobe's on the court. Well, that one flushes it through. And look at that number, too, number 24.
Interesting. I'll tell you, that might be the biggest bucket Kobe Brown has ever made, just in terms of ferociousness. Good defense there by the Clippers. Batum back to Zoo. Batum spots up on the wing for three and puts it in. It's a 2-point game, 35-30. Despite 22 points from Luka Doncic, Clippers hanging around here in the first quarter. Doncic tailgated by Batum. Feels the contact, puts up the shot. Not going to get the whistle. And I believe it'll be a delay of game.
Yeah. Hey, how about this? So Batum's like, oops, I didn't really mean to put Zoo, and Zoo gave it back to him right away, but it worked out. Okay, so the 3-on-2, 2-on-1 fast break that you work on in practice paid dividends right there.
We saw Zoo run the show in Dallas, first game of the trip. Took it from his own free throw line all the way to the rim.
Well, remember, he got the rebound, didn't he?
Yeah.
And just took it.
Harden to Brown. The reverse layup is good. Couple of buckets for Kobe Brown. And he brings the Clippers once again to within 2. 35 seconds to play. 2-for-1 opportunity for Doncic and the Lakers. Good contest by Zoo. It is short. Rebound. Goes inside to Kleber. Whistle. And Batum is holding on to the ball. It's the Laker ball. Because of that, he was out of bounds while in a jump ball situation. 12 on the shot clock here for the Lakers. We mentioned that Lakers not a great three-point shooting team. Well, they're 6 of 11 in this first quarter. Doncic with 5 of those. Clippers with a foul to give. Doncic picked up by the rookie. Marcus Smart gets free, misses the layup inside. Zoo the rebound. Clippers have plenty of time. They could tie or take the lead with a 3. Harden. It's a 3 for the lead. Oh, he put it in. What a shot by Harden. 11 in the first quarter. 1.8. It's Doncic ahead of the horn. And that will do it. Back and forth we go, as entertaining of a first quarter as we have seen all year. Clippers, led by Harden with 11, shoot 63% from the field.
Outstanding first quarter by the Clippers. Yes, it's a shot making, but more importantly, it's the pace in which they're playing with, forcing the Lakers to have to guard. And the beautiful part is that the Clippers are showing, Brian, that they can play that way without turning the ball over. Only one turnover leading to a 1-point lead heading into the second.
Able to catch up with rookie Kobe Sanders.
All right, thanks, guys. Kobe, you guys are trading buckets. Both teams shooting well, but the Clippers finished the first quarter with a 1-point advantage. What do you like about the way the team has started this game?
We started out fast. You know, we wanted to focus on getting back in transition and pushing in transition. And that's how we started. Now we got to focus on the defensive end and get some stops.
First time in your career guarding Luka Doncic. What's that like?
He's just like any other player, you know. Just got to make sure I don't foul, you know. Big foul baiter, so it's hard not to foul.
All right, finish the next 3 strong. Thanks, Kobe.
It takes a lot of gusto to say, just like any other player, when referencing Luka Doncic. Clippers with 38 in the first quarter. That ties the season high. Last time they did it, it was against the Hornets. and they win that game. How about Kawhi Leonard coming out of the second quarter, knocking it down? It is 40-37 Clippers. They are shooting 65% from the field.
Well, I would imagine this second quarter, both teams will skew back on the percentages. Great play by Kawhi right there to keep it alive. He's getting up a little gingerly. He had some contact with somebody, but there he's running it off.
He sniffed that one out all the way. Yep. Kobe Brown attacking on James, blocked by James at the rim. LeBron the other way, makes the block, makes the drive. A whistle and a foul.
How many times have we seen LeBron James on the defensive play getting a block? And right here, this is what Kawhi adds right here. The value of a defensive player. To break that up a little bit. He just tangled up with Jackson Hayes.
First of two for LeBron. We get a quick word from Hyundai.
Enjoy the new car.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Second free throw falls for LeBron. Some reporting here, Jim, that I did. I did some deep research. Remember how Kawhi played in Cleveland and then left 2 minutes afterwards?
Yeah.
It wasn't nature calling. He was wearing a brace on his ankle, didn't like it. It was too tight. So he went back to the locker room, took it off, and as we pointed out a couple of times, moved very, very well on Sunday. Looks good here as well. Clippers lead by 1. Kawhi picked up by Reeves. LeBron hunting from behind. Batum playing around the world. Right wing, left wing, a couple of threes for our favorite Frenchman, and the Clippers lead by 4.
How smart of a play was that by Chris Paul not to force the shot? Didn't feel it, had to gather it and gave it over to Batum, who had already made one.
Reeves gives to Hayes, a whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Since we're talking about correction, let me correct myself. At the end of the first quarter, the Clippers only had 3 turnovers, but 0 points. So let me correct that. Watch this. Chris Paul looked at the shot clock, knew he had time to get it over to Batum, and Batum didn't disappoint.
Neither one of these teams great three-point shooting teams. Clippers ranked 17th in percentage. They're 7 of 12 here in this first quarter. Lakers ranked 26th in percentage. They're 6 of 11. And I'm going to say this, and I say this with respect. The Lakers are not really good at any particular category. They're mediocre in offense. They're mediocre in defense. They aren't a great three-point shooting team. Yes, they get to the free throw line. And I say this as a compliment. All they do is win games. They're 12 and 4. And they are 6-0 when these games come into clutch minutes, under 5 minutes, 5-point game. They find ways to get it done. It's a real hallmark of a good team. Once they figure out the shooting, figure out the rotations now with LeBron James, it will be interesting to see what happens in the West. Kawhi Leonard. Oh, it's Reeves.
You're talking about a dangerous team because not only can Luka close, LeBron can close, and this year, Austin Reeves has proven that he can close games.
Kawhi Leonard knows a thing or two about closing. This time he draws the foul. We'll go to the line for 2. It's 43-41 Clippers. 9:47 to play here in this first half. And there you see it. Yeah, they do capitalize on points off of turnovers. They don't play at necessarily a super fast pace. Again, everything they've done is below the league average, give or take, except for winning. And they are in a brutal Western Conference. They are 12 and 4.
See that right there? Free throw attempts. So over the last 5 games, the Lakers have made more free throws, 120, than their opponents have at 101. I mean, that just tells you a lot right there with regards to them being able to get to the free throw line. And they've had 100 more free throw attempts, 464, than their opponents at 364 overall.
Can I add something to that?
Keep going.
That's without LeBron.
That's without LeBron. You know, when LeBron was there early part of that total, but not the last 5, except for 2 of those. But I think that goes to the improvement of Reeves. Now, with the Clippers, with Kawhi coming back, I see our numbers start to trend up offensively. Free throws, 3-point shooting.
Turnovers will likely be down. Reeves in the paint on 3. He's a gifted shooter, 37% last year, just 31% so far. He brings the Lakers to within 1. Kawhi getting clever off the screen. Powers his way over Reeves, whistle, offensive foul. That was kind of the game plan a couple of years ago. Tyronn Lue was very interesting. was asked maybe 3 or 4 years ago, what was your game plan tonight? It was to go against Austin Reaves every time offensively. Reaves stands his ground there and forces the turnover.
Yeah, I didn't think the official was going to call that. It was a delayed whistle, so I thought it was going to be in favor of Kawhi.
James. Kawhi the rebound. Coming up on the 9-minute mark here. Chris Paul. Tough spacing there. And Reaves off to the races all alone. And a casual lay-in. Lakers take the lead. Second live ball turnover for the Clippers. That one was forced with just bad spacing. Chris Paul in the mid-range, made his living there really for 20 years and continues to do so. He knocks it in. Back and forth we go. Lakers, or beg your pardon, Clippers lead by 1. Vincent struggles. Loose ball tapped. LaRavia able to step in out of bounds. He was right next to the ball. And he goes back to the Clippers here.
No, it's tough right here. Kawhi tried to go. LaRavia with the quick hands, not proper spacing. Kawhi probably should have waited a second or two to let Chris Dunn clear. And as a result, like you said, the live ball turnover.
Another deflection by the Lakers. 10 to shoot now for the Clippers. They lead by 1. 4 minutes off the second quarter clock. Chris Paul, top side to Batum. Collide with James, a whistle.
Back truck.
Foul.
That's what happened.
Can we make the argument that he was shooting? I would like to try. I don't think it's going to happen.
And watch this. Boom. Yeah.
Combatants from the gold medal game a couple years ago.
Yep, 270 hitting you right there.
Aggressive. Arabia is on Leonard. Kawhi now picked up by Hayes. 3 to shoot. They go to Zoo. Is he aware? 1 to shoot.
Check. He rushed it right there because of that.
Great defense by Dunn. Oh, great effort by LeBron. A whistle and a foul. They call it.
That's Kawhi's second. Let's take a look here and let's see. Loses it. Can't really see right there with Kawhi's hands on the ball, or unless you can get the twirl signal from the Clippers bench. So.
Take a look at the Kaiser proven outcomes. That's crazy. There are some in the media that have theories about that. I'll just say that's a pretty crazy statistic. LeBron.
Who is some? And what's the theory? I'm just saying. Our viewers would like to know.
I'll let them do their own research.
Is there a site they can go to get that?
I'll let them figure it out. Chris Paul with 10 to shoot. Lets it fly. Reaves the running rebound. Lakers lead by 1. 7:20 to play in the half. Reaves pulls his way to the rim and in. And a timeout for the Clippers. We heard when we were in Charlotte, Chris Paul is calling it a career after this year. 12-time All-Star. Did few of those here with the Clippers. 9-time All-Defense and just an 11-time All-NBA, and maybe one of the greatest competitors of all time. For more on this, let's send it down to Jamie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, tonight's matchup actually features 3 of the NBA's winningest players, which brings us to our key player profile. You just mentioned what we just learned about Chris Paul, calling it a career after this season. So I spoke with Lakers head coach J.J. Redick before the game, obviously CP3's former teammate with the Clippers, on what he saw from Chris over the years. And he said, you know what, Jamal Crawford and I would talk about it all the time. Chris just finds ways to squeeze the juice out of every possession. He said if there's an advantage to be had on a possession, Chris is going to find it. He referenced a game where a player checked in and his jersey was untucked, and Chris just starts screaming at the official, get the jersey, that's a technical, that's a second delay of game. He said he just sees everything. You combine the skill the competitiveness, the basketball intelligence, you have a Hall of Famer.
His bandwidth, Jamie, was next level. But it was funny because JJ and Chris were very good friends. Vincent for three leaves it short. But they weren't always friends. They were bitter enemies going back to their ACC days, Wake Forest and Duke. And early on in JJ's career, they were still not friends when he got into the NBA, as Vincent misses again. This time the rebound goes to Paul. And there was a time when Chris was playing, I believe it was for the Hornets, and he hits a three in front of the Orlando Magic bench where JJ was bench ridden his first couple of years, and he turns over to JJ and goes, "Little different now, isn't it, bud?" And kind of talked a little trash to him as we get a bucket from Kawhi Leonard. Well, that friendship developed, and why probably were they going at each other so much? Well, they're similar. JJ Redick is as competitive a player as there was in the league at his time. Counted at a foul for Luka Doncic, who checks back in and picks up where he left off.
Well, Luka doing Luka things just like Kawhi here. He was determined to get this up and in between two players, and Luka here snaking the screen, feeling the contact. Kawhi, momentum right there. You know, that JJ thing too, Duke has a lot to do with it. I'm telling you, why do you think they had Christian Laettner may be one of the greatest players to ever play college basketball, and you have a 30 for 30 that says everyone hates Christian Laettner. You know what I'm saying? If he went to another school and had the same attitude, they'd be like, you know, you need that toughness. You need, but because he went to Duke, didn't like it.
And put Bobby Hurley in that category.
I don't know if Bobby was hated as much as JJ.
Oh, no.
Or Christian Laettner. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yes.
Grayson Allen.
Some of that self-inflicted.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Dunn gives to Collins in the corner. There's another ACC guy. Drives below the net. Top side to Sanders. Wide open look for three. Late in the clock. Decent possession. Clippers get a good shot out of it. They're down by 4. Doncic in a sea of flame and smoke. He's got 27 of the 53 for the Lakers. Reeves tries to drive on the rookie. Great defense by Sanders.
Yes.
I'm going to upgrade that to outstanding defense by Sanders. Late in the clock now for Doncic. Wants to get Zoo in the pick and roll. A familiar target for Luka, who steps out of bounds. Great defense on that possession for the Clippers.
And I would normally say you don't want Luka going to his left. But how about this defense by Kobe Sanders? Staying down, not going for the pump fake. Forcing Reeves to give it up. But Luka loves to go to his left. Hit that little runner going to his left or a step back. That time, not enough real estate before he got to the sideline. Turned it over.
Pick and roll with Harden and Zoo. Zoo makes the read. Now goes to work on Kleber. Into Dunn, to the rim and in. Beautiful possession. And let's be honest, beautiful basketball here for the Clippers in this first half. They trail by 2. Nice feed from Doncic to Kleber. Looks around, says, don't mind if I do. JJ Redick said he has not necessarily been available, but when he's there with the team, he brings a stability that is unseen in this day and age for the rest of that locker room. Kleber and Doncic go back to their days in Dallas. Harden once again down the lane, and down the hatch it goes. 13 for James.
Just like I said, Jackson Hayes, the lob threat. Well, because you don't want to come off of James that much, now Zoo is able to be open, but that time James was able to clear the lane because of that respect for Zoo going to the rim.
Done behind the defense, picked up by Doncic. Zoo, the trailer. Jump hook from the free throw line doesn't fall. Doncic the rebound. Luka opened up this game 5 for 5 from 3. He's 0 for his last 4. Finds Hachimura, who opened up the game with a triple. Tries to drive on the rookie Sanders. Nice touch. Hachimura now with 9, averaging 15 on the year. Harden, the step back 3. Oh, it's good. He loved it. He's got 16 in the first half. And the Clippers pulled to within 1. James 5 for 9 from the field. 4 rebounds, 4 assists as well. And a very balanced effort from the starters so far. What a play by Dunn.
He wanted to get it out there, but A for effort right there. Chris Dunn. Watch this. You talk about two players that are starting to really work well together. It's Zoo to Dunn, not Dunn to Zoo. I mean, Dunn on the baseline playing in that dunker's role sometime or cutting back door. That coordination has been great and fun to watch.
It in, or is it Mark Scout? I don't know, but he's interested in the Metro by T-Mobile game recap, Jim.
I mean, you couldn't stop talking about it. Hey, that's a guy from Severance in that first row like 18 times. But
I get starstruck. I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. Luka doesn't. He's still just giving buckets, whoever's sitting in the front row. But it's just like, hey, what do you take away from great players? It's just, it's extremely tough in this league. I don't care who it is that's an all-star like that, that has the ability to beat you in different ways, to stop them from doing everything.
Lob it to James out of the timeout. Count it and a foul.
Now, that play is very similar to a play we run for, like, same side of the court, but for Zoo, we throw it over the top to the other side of the backboard. He has a one-on-one opportunity because of his size, and you'll see this. You get James on James, and the size on that one just kind of wins out, and Zoo wants to come over and rotate, but preoccupied on the other side.
I think Adam Scott, a.k.a. Mark Scout, is just here to see his
co-worker
at Lumen, Kawhi Leonard. If there's an NBA player that is Severance, it is Kawhi Leonard.
Wow. Now, viewing audience at home, I apologize right now that he's still talking about the same person. Don't worry about it.
Harden, 4 to shoot, gonna have to don a cape. It's a deep 3. This one comes up short. Marcus Smart, the rebound. Lakers by 3. He has gone back and forth in this one. LeBron, a pull-up 3, knocks it down. He's got 9.
Big possession here. Crowd is into it. Almost 2.5 minutes left going into halftime. You want to.
Lakers 8 of 13 from the field. Clippers 7 of 15 here in the second quarter. Lakers have outscored the Clippers by 7. Collins a 3. It's good again for John Collins. Knocks down the triple. It's his 3rd. He's made all of them, and he cuts the lead in half.
And that's a big momentum shot for the Clippers that time by Collins.
Doncic weaving his way down the lane. Kleber the 3. And Sanders with the rebound. 2:10 to play in the first half. Nine to shoot. Clock is running low. Harden is aware. Going to have to do it again. This time it's offline. Kleber the rebound. Not great offense here to close out this half. Smart on the wing to Hachimura. A charge as Kobe Sanders stands his ground as the freight train runs right over him.
Yeah, and that took a lot of guts by Kobe Sanders. Right here, look. He's coming in full speed. He's already set. Ball is gone. He said, you know what? When they say taking one for the team, this is true definition of it right here. And I tell you what, he's lucky too, because his next snap back, and it almost hit the back. I mean, his back of his head almost hit the floor, but luckily it didn't.
I think we've said this at least once a game for a second-round pick. That's not bad. That he just makes a play a game. Sometimes more, but he's making plays every time he's been out there.
It's always one during the time you said Kobe. He did it, you know, there it is again.
So if the Clippers can get some offense here, they've been waiting too long to get it going. Give credit to the Laker defense a little bit. Harden now picked up by Hachimura, 8 to shoot. James drives and dishes to Dunn, hesitates, now pulls the trigger. The 3 is good for Chris Dunn. He has 12, and the Clippers tie it up at 62. Dunn with the season high was early in the season against Phoenix with 12. Beg your pardon, with 14. He's got 12 now. Doncic gets a return trip to the stripe right here.
Well, this is against the 2-3 zone. The penetration right there by James forces the defense up top to be below the free throw line, and Chris Dunn hesitated, but that rhythm dribble got him right back into a shooting pocket.
NBA All-Stars coming to Los Angeles, and the countdown is on. Grab your tickets today and get ready for one epic weekend of hoops. Get yours now at NBAEvents.com. Luka Doncic will be there. Will Kawhi Leonard be there? I don't know that with games played. I feel confident about James Harden being there representing Inglewood.
Yep.
Thing to pay attention to, I mentioned this earlier, that is the 5th free throw for Doncic. They are 8-1 when he gets 10 or more. They are 1-2 with 10 or less minutes of play in this first half. Lakers by 2. Harden into Dunn, deflected. Clippers recoil offensively. Kobe Brown in attack mode, swooping in and laying it in. A couple of great buckets for Kobe Brown in this first half. Doncic, the step back 3. It's his 6th. 32 for Doncic in the first half. Two for one opportunity. Clippers will have it to start the third as well. Harden, the 3. Harden being asked a lot of here at the tail end of this first half. James around his back into LaRavia to the rim and in. 69-64. Shot clock is turned off. Dunn makes the read. 5-2 for Sanders against Hachimura. Bump going up. A whistle will send him to the line.
You know the best thing about that play? Kobe never picked up his dribble. So that kept the play alive, and it kept Rui trying to figure out what angle to cut him off at. A young player, a lot of times when he gets stuck, will pick the ball up and then try to find somebody. And that time, being able to recognize that you still can keep his live dribble. So it was a very heady play by Kobe Sanders.
Look at that, 1 year old with LeBron James making his debut in the NBA. We had a quick word from the California Community College.
Start your future at a California Community College. Enroll today and apply for financial aid at icangotocollege.com.
Second one falls for Sanders. It's a 3-point game with 3.1 remaining in this first half. And plenty of time here for the Lakers. Clippers do not have a foul to give. LaRavia, the heave ahead of the horn. It had eyes to go down. Nevertheless, the Clippers trail by 3 as Kobe Brown making some noise inside.
I tell you what, the bench, 16 points in that first half, did a phenomenal job of assisting the Clippers in this game. Only 3, some adjustments to make.
Build up, you know, the 2 point guards coming into this matchup early in our open. They have delivered. James Harden once again with a masterful first half.
It was too, and I thought James read the room, meaning the importance that he get his teammates involved early in this game. You're talking about walking out of here in a tough environment on the road. You get your teammates involved, you feel good about themselves. Not that Kawhi needs it, but the bench did an excellent job, and then James can go refocus into scoring mode, and once he did that, he got up 12 shots, had 16 points. So I thought a pretty great job of kind of balancing the two of playmaking, but then when you needed some points, James was able to deliver.
You ever go to bed and sometimes you just keep having the same dream over and over and over again? Well, that's what it feels like when the Clippers take on Luka Doncic. Whether he's a Dallas Maverick or a Los Angeles Lakers, another monster first half for Doncic.
You know, what was the numbers? I think he was 35, 38, 40, whatever he averaged against the Clippers. And it's something about certain matchups that no matter who's playing, we're talking about having 2 of the best one-on-one defenders in Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, but yet and still Luka putting up those numbers. It's just a comfortability that you do have. Now, he got started because of those 3-point shots. You know, 32 points. He's done all of this, but at the end of the day, Brian, when that takes place, you know, Clippers are still only down 3.
We send it down to Jamie.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Talking to Brian Shaw coming out of the half and, referenced those 32 points from Luka Doncic. And B. Shaw said, no one else, though, is getting into a rhythm. So that being said, if they can blitz and double team Luka in the second half when the other guys haven't been really getting their shots up to get into a rhythm, he likes what that could do for them. So that's the game plan here in the second half. Hopefully they can close this out. Yeah.
Jamie, great on that too. And I think what's important from that is that forcing other players to get and not have rhythm, you can't give up layups. You can't give up easy shots. So if they're going to beat you, those other guys, it has to be over the top contested hands, not getting to the free throw line or easy shots.
We'll get this second half underway. Clippers down by 3. Let's take a look at the NBA on Prime upcoming matchups. Coming up on this Friday. It was hard for Jim to be in 2 places at once. So you're not working one of these games, but I
am working it.
You're working a different game.
No, I'm working that game.
Which game?
The Dallas game.
But you said you were in Fort Myers, Florida.
I am. I'll be back in time for the game. It's a 7 o'clock game. It's a 3-hour time difference.
Are you really working that game?
Yes.
You're working 2 games on Friday.
No, my game is Thursday.
On Thanksgiving. Got it. Oh.
I mean, I said it like 4 times that I had to work on things.
I was just so impressed.
4 times I said it. I mean, if you don't want to pay attention to what I'm saying, just flat out tell me. Don't ask.
Busiest man in broadcast. I stand corrected. Kawhi Leonard over Jackson Hayes rings the rim and Reeves the rebound, whistle, loose ball foul, and it goes against the Lakers. They'll start off this second half.
Now I will say this. Michael Grady is busier than I am.
I don't believe that. No.
I'm trying to tell you, WNBA,
he's busy, yes.
ESPN, I mean, he does, or NBC and Amazon, yes, and Minnesota Timberwolves. And he does a heck of a lot more talking than I do, I'll tell you that. So just doing play-by-play.
Dunn on the wing for 3, in and out. Dunn was magnificent in that first half, hitting 5 of 6 shots.
That's probably his easiest shot he had, too. Wide open, not able to knock it in.
Luka had 6 threes in that first half. LeBron finds an entry, goes to the window and in. The defense didn't get over. He kind of tiptoes into the rim. And LeBron now with 11.
You see LeBron kind of deferring to Luka to initiate the offense. Ball comes to the second side and he's able to operate.
Harden just waiting for Collins to cut. There were 3 defenders who could have thrown a blanket over the top of him. And Collins now lays it in one of his best games this year. He has 13. Clippers down by 3. Reeves. Zoo is waiting. Zoo retracts. Reeves attacks and lays it in. 11 for Austin Reeves, averaging 28 on the year. Dunn inside, lays it in. That ties his season high from earlier in the season against the Suns, and the Clippers hanging around here, down by 3.
I tell you what, Chris is getting more and more comfortable running the baseline. Speaking about being comfortable, I mean, that time Luka knew it too. When Zoo came out, he knew that Zoo couldn't really commit to get up on him, and he just needed to create space to get that shot out.
Collins hasn't missed from distance, and it's Doncic the rebound. LeBron thought about the 3, plays catch with Luka, reestablishes the bounce, high off the window this time, but it's the same result, and it's not a great start for the Clippers here in the third. Lakers have hit all 4 of their shots. They open up the half on a 9-4 run.
Well, I talked about it. Being the recipient sometimes has his benefit there. LeBron able to go one-on-one despite the size of Zoo. Clips got to figure this out in the timeout.
The Grey Goose top performers when these 2 guys go head-to-head. Very similar numbers, although very different games. They impacted on a very, very, very high level.
Well, like you said, different games, but yet, I mean, classic matchup. The Heat, San Antonio, that championship run. But I mean, we've seen through this time period just greatness across the world. I don't care if it's baseball, football, hockey, golf. I mean, we've been blessed to see some phenomenal athletes, men and women.
Harden fakes the shot, then takes the shot. And he cuts the lead down to 6. Harden now with 18. Doncic gives to James. Rifles one into Hachimura. And LeBron James, all-time leading scorer in NBA history, which is crazy to say because he's never been a scorer. I felt always like a great setup guy for his teammates after he has done his scoring. You see the touch right there. LeBron with his 3rd assist. Clippers under it a little bit. Kawhi bumped by James. It's a very late whistle. LeBron acknowledged. Time now for the drive to the hoop, brought to you by Hyundai.
Well, you know who's been a scorer the whole time? Coming out of Arizona State is this man right here. This is pre the beard, and then post the beard just took it to another level. James just knows how to navigate and get to that left hand. And speaking of LeBron, I'm going to change this. I think LeBron has always been a scorer. He just didn't look to score like that. He's all high school. He didn't go to college, but he's always scored the ball. But his natural tendency was to be a setup guy.
Kawhi beats the buzzer but doesn't hit rim. That's a great point. He could always do it.
Always.
If he thought to himself, I want to average 40, it would have happened. Yes, he had all the ability to do so. You are correct.
You don't come into this league averaging 20-plus points saying, you know, I'm not a scorer. No. That just goes back to his unique ability.
Lakers shooting 65%. At some point in time, it'll be the team that plays defense first that might win this game.
Well, I think we'll win this game. And right now, it's both offenses are getting to their spots too easy. There's no resistance one way or another. And I think it's kind of respecting like this right here. Boom. You don't want to get beat off the dribble, so you're not committing to getting up on somebody. You don't want to commit the fouls. So as a result, the freedom of movement is there. And either the primary ball handler is getting a shot, or it's the secondary receiver that's getting a high-quality shot.
The Clippers shooting well. They're 4 of 8 from the field in this 3rd quarter. The Lakers, with that miss, are 6 of 7. 4 different Lakers have scored in this half. LeBron, oh, that would have been one for the books. Misses there. Great pass by Reeves. Harden feeling good and lets it fly. Zoo battling for the loose ball. Kawhi takes a lot of slipping on this court, if I'm being honest. A lot of slipping on this court.
Yellow, banana, slip. Get it. Got him.
Zoo, jump hook off the window. Great play. Great recognition by Harden. And maybe a little bit more of that. That is just the 5th shot for Ivica Zubac. I mentioned this earlier. Had come in averaging 19 points and 13 rebounds in his last 10 games.
Offense. Well, you know, we have a tendency, the Clippers, to kind of get away. Now, whether that's play calling or having a sense, but I think that's where James or even Kawhi, you got to feel the game and say, you know what, we may have a better advantage or an opportunity with Zoo, 2 or 3 touches to force the defense to have to kind of peek down in the lane a little bit. That may soften it up a little and be able to get some easier shots like this here.
Oh, by Hayes emphatically into the front row. Like, look out in the front row.
Well, I tell you what, when his father was playing football, he didn't do this. I tell you that for the Cincinnati Bengals. Jackson Hayes got up. He's looking for somebody to talk to and tell him about that blocked shot.
His mom played basketball at Drake as well. His dad played alongside the Nigerian Nightmare. Yes, sir. Christian Okoye.
I didn't know he played at Kansas too, huh? I mean, what's from Cincinnati? I thought he played for the Bengals, and so he played for Kansas City too. Nigerian Nightmare likes to smoke cigars, big dude.
Harden gets around Hayes, gets to the rim and lays it in. Harden now with 23, trying to keep the Clippers around during this Laker hot streak. Lakers 6 of 8 in this 3rd quarter, but the Clippers have tied them in the frame now at 13 apiece. Reeves. Tries to challenge Collins, a little one-legged jumper, not there. Lakers have missed their last 3 from the floor. Chance to tie for the Clippers right here. Kawhi has played 18 minutes, likely still on a minute restriction, picked up by Doncic. Bounces into Zoo. Double team. Zoo goes to work anyway. Doncic on the flyby. And Ivica Zubac lays it in. Maybe a little cathartic there for Zoo after all the torture Doncic has put him in over the years. He brings the Clippers to within one and a timeout on the floor.
Brian, sometimes you just got to keep it simple. And the simplest way, the closer you are to the basket, the higher percentages you're going to make it. And that's James getting inside and twice in a row. Zoo 2 feet in the paint. Jackson Hayes, take that. Clips down 1.
We have got ourselves a ball game here in downtown Los Angeles. Clippers trailing the Lakers by 1. Now, one of the biggest stories in the NBA centers around one of the hottest teams, the Detroit Pistons. What an incredible turnaround for that franchise led by Cade Cunningham. They just tied a franchise record with 13 straight victories. And you guys remember just 2 years ago, they set an NBA record for consecutive losses in a single season, 28. So I ask you both, what is the catalyst there for the stunning turnaround in Detroit?
It's Cade Cunningham. A lot of credit should also go to J.B. Bickerstaff, who came in after that 28-game losing streak and really turned things around.
How about the improvement this year, too, of Jalen Duren?
Big fan.
I mean, big time fan.
Doncic, the fadeaway, winds up on his wallet. Rebound tapped around. Clippers having a chance to take the lead here in the third.
Numbers, got numbers.
Dunn wide open for 3 in the lead. And Zoo trying to tap it back out. A whistle and a foul. And it will be the 5th foul for the Lakers. Free throws coming now the rest of the way.
Well, I mean, you get the ball up quick. It's a 5-on-4. You're able to get that shot up, and the advantage rebounding rise goes to the Clippers, and able to pick up that foul. So once again, the pace of the game, the pace of play, I'm really enjoying it right now for the Clippers.
They're very quick on the scoreboard. My apologies. They quickly put that as the 4th foul on the Lakers. The next whistle will be free throws. Clippers also with 4 fouls. They just took one off. Now it's a 3rd foul. I will end my subscription to almostaccurate.com going forward.
That's right. You had the free trial. You still get your stuff back.
Kawhi knocks it down, and the Clippers, I can tell you for sure, lead by 1. Reeves inside the Cleaver. Tough shot. Zoo made it difficult. Collins made it difficult. The Clippers are looking to push. They've got the last 8. Ball thrown just behind and a little too low for Zoo. Now there's numbers for the Lakers. Reeves calls his own and lays it in.
James tried that little spin pass, and it didn't bounce up enough to get up to Zoo while he was running. Now, if Zoo was 6'5", he could have caught it and finished it inside, but being 7 foot, he couldn't bend down to grab it. That's just a little spin pass right there to hit him right in the shin. And Reeves smartly knew that it was a 2-on-1 and James was not going to pick up a foul. He's going to try to strip down on it.
Leonard on Smart. Smart, one of the great defenders in the NBA, but not good enough for Kawhi Leonard on that possession. And back and forth we go. Clippers lead by 185-84.
You know what Marcus Smart said right there? Missed it by this much. You don't know where that's from?
Maxwell Smart. Is that what that's for?
Yeah,
I'm a little ahead of my time, but I do appreciate the
missed
good
it
reference.
by that much. The defense, Kawhi. Sometimes you don't need to put it on the deck, Brian.
Kawhi, again, looks good physically. 13 for Kawhi, 4 rebounds in 20 minutes. He takes a seat for the final 4 minutes of the third quarter. Doncic draws a crowd, draws some contact, but no whistle. Collins comes away with it. Clippers have numbers if they hurry. Dunn back to the trailer. Harden. And Luka just tears it away. And a foul on Harden. What a turn of events.
Yeah, one of the few times James held on to it. I thought he was going to kick it back over to Chris Dunn, because that's where the numbers were at. Chris kicks it. Now you kick it right back to Chris. He's wide open. And if he didn't want to shoot it, Nicholas Batum was open in the corner. That's Luka's go-to right there, going to his left, stepping into the defender.
The Clippers want to see. That fan's happy.
That's why you get your money. That's why you pay all the big bucks right there in the hopes that Luka falls in your lap.
He's going to go to work on Monday mornings. You're never going to believe what happened. They're going to check this to see if this is a take foul.
Here's a turnover. James is, let's see.
He's making the play.
No,
for
he's
the ball.
making play for the ball.
Should be fine.
No.
Actually, they're looking to see if it's a clear path foul.
Yeah, but James is up in the air trying to deflect or defend the outlet pass.
That's a common foul to me.
Yeah, I think it should be easy by the officials, but it gets us our second review.
This one is an official review.
Yep.
Not a team-mandated litigious review. And Luka, 35 for him, 7 threes. Did a lot of his damage in that first quarter. We've seen that before. 8 assists as well, but 5 free throws right now, and that's a telling stat. We mentioned it, the Lakers' success. I was just impressed that he went straight for the ball there.
When the illegal contact occurs, the offensive player still has the ball in his possession, and the defender is between the ball and the basket. Therefore, the ruling on the floor of a common foul stands. It'll be Laker ball, backcourt with a new 24.
The arm got me.
It was trending, and then
he was really good. Then
it cratered.
Yeah, he took it down. So on that one, I'm with you on that. It takes it from a 2-9 to where he was at. That arm. Can't stand when my son says that. Goes down to a 2. Goes down to a 2. I mean, listen. Vocabulary is very. Like, you got your panache, you got your 4 Ps.
Okay, that's kind of your stickler.
The V.
That's okay. The V is vocabulary.
Vocabulary. And
Rhymes
2,
with P, sounds great.
Vocabulary, vocalization.
I like this.
Vibrancy.
Love where this is headed.
You know what I'm saying?
Different rule. It's a different spectrum of the rainbow, and I love it.
Velocity.
It's great. Oh,
see, there goes my 4 right there.
You're doing great.
Thank you. You're doing great.
Lakers opened up 6 for 6. Clippers now maybe playing some defense. They're 1 for their last 7. Clippers lead by 1. Reeves tries to get inside to Kleber, then sends it back outside to Hachimura. Steps inside and lets it fly. Batum can't hold on to it. Marcus Smart, right place, right time. He's so good, seemingly always around the ball. But once again, just like we saw in the first half, back and forth we go. 3:45 to play in the third. Dunn into Zoo. Doncic. I will tell you what, he's making some defensive plays out there. And you mentioned it earlier that he's in much better shape, and you wonder if he would ever have gotten into shape had he stayed in Dallas.
Nope. I don't think the requirement or pressure or the accountability would have been mandated for him to do it. Yeah, they may have talked to him about it and showed him this and said that, but he had the run of the land there in Dallas.
Sometimes a change of scenery is required. Doncic comes away after the air ball by Harden. Lakers by 1, 3:30 to play in the third. Doncic. And Batum crashing the glass, but steps out of bounds. And it will stay with the Lakers. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
I think it was a change of scenery, but a shot to the system of Luka. Of knowing that he never was going to be traded from Dallas, but he did.
He was heartbroken. He literally said it.
Yeah.
And we understood. And nobody more heartbroken than Mavericks fans, obviously.
Still, I don't think they'll ever. I don't care if they win a championship, they will never be able to recover or let that go, because they'll say we could have won 3 or 4 more than Luka.
And a foul away from the ball. The free throws here for John Collins, and now a delay of game against the Lakers. And you know Chris Paul is taking notes, as we heard the report from Jamie earlier. And Collins will go to the free throw line. You can talk about DeAndre Ayton as well in Portland and Phoenix, just not doing all those things. He comes here. He's been phenomenal for the Lakers, not playing here tonight. Get a quick word from Grey Goose.
You fall in love, sing boom, the sky up above.
Well, I think also, too, one, playing with LeBron James. Okay, work ethic, professionalism has won it. 2, a different set of rules and language and demeanor, and that's not taking anything from the coaches he had at Phoenix, but with J.J. Redick. Okay, that right there in itself, and then wanting to prove something as well. It's a deadly combination for a player that feels a little desperate in those situations.
Luka just slithers his way inside, count it, and a foul. 37 for Doncic. Lakers, by the way, 7-1 when he scores 30. In fact, they've won their last 6. Just so much talent, and come playoff time, if he's not the toughest cover in the league, he's second. And the Clippers know all about it. Luka gets his own rebound, in and out. Collins skies for the loose ball. Inside of 3 minutes to play, Clippers trail by 1.
I was talking to Guy Shamgod, who used to be the assistant coach at Dallas when we were in Orlando. He said the thing about Luka, he doesn't care who he's playing against, what it is, what the situation. Oh, James. Oh, they called an offensive. And guess who took it?
Yep.
Marcus Smart. How many times have we seen that when he's been with Boston? You think you got to play a clear lane, and there's Marcus Smart in the situation, rotates over. I thought he was still moving a little bit. But the thing about, what, they going to review it, right?
Yeah. Ty Lue says, let's review it. Yep. I think you're right.
I don't think he was set or in the position to take the charge.
A timeout, we take it with him. We're going to review this one. Or the Clippers, if it goes their way. Now, the question that Jim and I have, if it does go their way, does the basket count for James Harden?
Well, the ball is out of his hand, so the play is going forward. Okay, this is like a shot going up. So now the question is it a block is it a block call, or is it a no call? That's going to determine, I think, whether James gets to the free throw line.
I forgot it was an alley-oop, by the way. My apologies. So it was a lob to Collins. That's interesting. Now I understand.
Third.
And there's Marcus Smart. You mentioned it when he was with Boston. Such an integral part of what they were doing, as we sent it down to James Williams.
After review, it has been determined that the defender slides over after the offensive player started his upward motion. The ruling on the floor of an offensive foul against James Harden has been overturned to a defensive foul on Marcus Smart. Because the ball was in the air when the illegal contact occurred, we are going to go side out. LA Clippers, the challenge is successful. It is their second challenge, so they lose their timeout. They have no challenges remaining.
So because the ball was in the air, what if that's a shot and it goes in?
I don't like the description.
Yeah, me neither. Because the ball is up. It's an alley-oop.
Maybe it's because it wasn't.
Because it wasn't a shot. Because it was a pass, right? Because it was a pass. James is still going to the line.
And the other James, I would say, he's very efficient. He's very clean and concise. He has a good presence, but he has a very robotic delivery. It almost sounds like a computer is reading back. But he's very good. We like him a lot. Is that too harsh, do you think?
Well, the robot part.
I'm not saying he's a personality robot, but it's like...
That's what you said. You said he's a non-personality? No. How many robots you know got personality?
Wally,
thank you. Who's
C-3PO, no. R2-D2, many of them. Here's Marcus Smart. He's up at a Johnny number 5. Do I need to go into short circuit?
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I set myself up for that. That's a good one.
90-89. Lakers by 1. We like James Williams. I'll take that back. He's not that way.
I gave him a 2.5. He upped his stuff right there. I liked it.
Harden gets a screen from Collins and turns the corner, looking to make some noise. He's going to have to do it quickly. 3 to shoot. He's in trouble. Finds Sanders, the hot potato. Oh, it's gone! It's a long 2. We'll take it nevertheless. And the Clippers get a little lucky. They've been good as well. They lead by 1. Doncic with a hand in his face. Kobe Sanders has done as well as you can by and large against Doncic on the floor. Luka is just, as you have found out, that guy. 39 for Doncic. 1:35 to play in the third. Clippers now down by 1. Harden picked up by LeBron. 5 to shoot. Mishandles.
I thought he
Doncic in the right place. Knocks it free.
I thought he was looking to try to. Kobe was cutting back door. It looked like he wanted to pass him, then he brought it back at the last minute. Really, do you see James maybe a little bit confused on what he wanted to do with the ball in his hands on that possession?
Doncic. Tap up, but not in by Smart. And Harden has it ahead to Kobe Brown, who made some noise back in that first half. Gabe Vincent out there now for the Lakers. What a pass, what a finish. The Kobe's connecting inside, and it's a 1-point Clipper lead. Inside of a minute to play in the third. Doncic, Harden in help. It's Smart in the corner for 3. He's not a great three-point shooter, never really has been, but he always seems to make the plays when they're required. Harden picked up by Smart, stumbles. A blocking foul will be called with 32 seconds to play in the third.
And J.J. Redick is talking to his bench right now. They're going to review it.
And the Lakers indeed twirl the finger. It'll be a review here in the third. Lakers by 2.
It was some late contact by Marcus's foot, but I think James is already starting to stumble. Watch right, keep going, then watch James left foot. See how the knees hit?
A ruling on the floor of a defensive foul is being challenged by the Lakers.
Now it's contact with James's knee right. Watch when it comes right there. Right there. That's the contact. So I don't know how you overturn that, because there was contact with Marcus's right knee. What do you think?
After review, it has been determined that the defender does not get in the dribbler's path and makes illegal contact with his right leg, which trips the dribbler. The ruling on the floor of a defensive foul against Marcus Smart stands as called. It'll be penalty free throws for James Harden. In addition, the ruling at 2:07 has been overturned to no basket, as the ball was in the shooter's hand when the shot clock expired. That shot has been discontinued for the Clippers.
That was the Kobe Sanders, I'm guessing, shot in that corner.
James Williams felt that was aggressive. That whole announcement was geared towards J.J. Redick. For J.J. yelling at him,
you might be right.
I mean, he really. Oh, they said that doesn't count.
Yeah, it's discontinued.
Discontinued.
Was.
Yeah, discontinued. Yeah, James Williams that time, without looking at J.J. Redick, basically told him, "Oh yeah, oh really? I'm that bad, huh? Look."
Harden the first falls. Hey, this season of giving is here. The LA Clippers are hosting a toy drive presented by Lexus to benefit local youth organizations. Fans can bring a new unwrapped toy to Clippers home games on November 28th and November 29th, or donate directly by visiting clippers.com/toy drive and purchasing a toy on an Amazon wish list. So I think aggression gives him a couple extra points. And he gets his final score, 2.9 on the day. Very good job by James Williams. Is a commanding presence on the microphone. Clippers down by 2.
I'm petty, so I'm giving him a 3.
LeBron inside, lays it in. 17 for LeBron in 23 minutes. Just his third game back after missing essentially the first month. And I think there were some people that thought, well, LeBron might mess up what the Lakers are doing. He has fit in, at least from my standpoint, he has fit in perfectly.
Great players understand how to fit in and make it work. LeBron and Luka will both figure it out.
20 seconds remain. Lakers will have the lead going into the fourth quarter. They have not lost a game all year long when they have a lead of one or more in the final frame. So the Clippers will have some work to do, and it starts right now. There'll be Laker ball to start the quarter, and the Clippers close with a bit of crescendo. They're in trouble. Harden intercepted by Doncic, the heave. So the Lakers take a 5-point advantage into the fourth quarter, 98-93 here in downtown Los Angeles. I'll tell you what, this has been a game. This has been an absolute entertaining night so far. How it started, how it is going. Clippers have a lot of work to do here in downtown Los Angeles. I mentioned that earlier. Lakers have not lost a lead when leading after any quarter this season. And again, it's worth mentioning, their overall metrics are average at best, and I'm saying this as a compliment. They just find ways to win games. 6-0 in clutch games defined by the NBA, under 5 minutes in 5-point games. Will the Clippers find themselves in one of those games? They've got work to do. We get this fourth quarter underway. LeBron picked up by his good buddy Chris Paul, looks inside to Hayes, deflected out of bounds. Lakers are saying review it. They lost the review. They don't have one, but the officials might confer here.
Yeah, I think he was tipped last by the Clippers. Yeah. You know, and I say this too, Brian, you talked about the record for the Lakers. I know this is only game 18, but this is a critical game for the Clippers, meaning
as Reeves puts Brown in his back pocket, then creates a little space for the three. Hayes on the extended effort. LeBron. Kind of an awkward shot there for LeBron, but a third effort now for the Lakers. They are shooting 57%. They don't need extra touches. Reeves shows the handles. Whistle. He'll go to the line. You want to finish your thought?
Yeah, I just thought coming into this Lakers game, you don't have Bill, okay, I get it, but you got Kawhi back, you got Zoo playing well, like you talked about. It's a road game, but we're at home. But it's against a Laker team that has found a rhythm, that has created an identity a little bit. And that this could be one of those momentum games where you kind of get it back. And I think the way the Clippers are playing lends itself to kind of moving the ball forward. And again, I don't want to put too much emphasis because it's only game 18. But yet in the Western Conference, this is one of these games that you go back and look at later in the year and say, okay, it was that Lakers game that got us to where we needed to be.
Well, Chris just got hit with a technical. That doesn't seem like that seems very benign.
I mean, how much worse was that than what JJ did?
That was,
you know what I mean, on that call. Now, he could have said some things that we didn't translate or couldn't translate from TV.
So on 3, maybe 4 efforts for the Lakers with the offensive rebounds, they now take a 101-93 lead. Chris Paul picked up by Gabe Vincent. Kawhi dumps it into Zoo, takes it to the house on James, but misses. Finally gets it back and lays it in. Boy, that would have been a tough one to swallow. An empty possession there. Clippers cut the lead to 6. LeBron down the lane, gives it to Hayes, lays it in. And Jackson Hayes with his 3rd bucket.
don't know, LeBron squeezed that through all that traffic, then Jackson to still see it and then finish it.
Leonard, the pull-up from the foul line, halfway down. And the ball knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by the Clippers. And it goes back to the Lakers.
I think Zoo amongst the scrum right there. Let his paws on it at the end. It was two players trying to keep Zoo out the lane.
Kawhi Leonard has played 21 minutes. We saw on Sunday in Cleveland, he was right around, I think it was 26 minutes. I feel like if the Clippers are going to win this, they're going to need both Kawhi and James on the floor at the same time at some point really quick, especially as the lead is getting bigger here for the Lakers. Reeves, LeBron for three. Biggest lead of the game. Paul from the wing to the lane to the rim and in. And Chris Paul's second bucket coming off the bench. By the way, Lakers 11-0 this season when leading by 10 or more. 9:35 to play in this one. Reeves, a whistle and a foul.
Well, another part of Reeves' games that evolved too is his playmaking here, reading the defense, good initial defense. He gets past everybody and able to dump it off. And that goes back to the respect you have for Austin Reeves, that he can finish at the rim. He attracted at least 4 white jerseys on that side of the court.
We get a quick word from Kia. Reeves a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. Lakers by 10. Harden getting a much deserved breather. He's logged 30 minutes so far. They're going to need him sooner than later, however. They're down 108-97. Leonard draws a crowd. Good read by Zoo. Good recovery by the Lakers. Again, another slip. And Brown in trouble. A whistle and a timeout by the Clippers. Well, we have seen it on this side of the floor especially. A lot of slipping. Timeout, Clippers. We take it with them.
Brought to you by Kia, and it's been the Lakers stars who've all showed up. I mean, Luka got the night started early, knocking down threes from everywhere, and it was Austin Reeves, who's considered a star right now. Not the superstar, but a star in this league, especially in his role in LeBron James at 800 years old, still getting it done. A +8 when he's on the court with 21 points. So 21 for LeBron, 39 for Doncic, and 18 for Austin Reeves.
LeBron played in standard definition television, Jim.
No, he played when the flip phone was out. He had the little phone in his hand. You know, when the Hummer was really popular.
Not a great play coming out of the timeout. Clippers up against it, even though there's a lot of time. This guy knows when there's blood in the water. Leaves it short, but another offensive rebound here in this fourth quarter for the Lakers. James, a fadeaway. It's good. And LeBron, 8 of 13. He's got 23, as Jim pointed out, now a +10 when he's on the floor. Zoo goes to work. James a double team. He finds Kobe Brown. Batum on the wing for 3. Clippers down 13. This is about as far as I feel like this can go. If the Clippers want to find success here tonight. Rebound up the ground. Boy, how many offensive rebounds have the Lakers grabbed here in this fourth quarter?
Well, that, and I've noticed this too, a trend that is not good. You see LeBron here, is that on the road trip, it's been plenty of times coming out of a timeout, the Clippers have turned the ball over. That wasn't it. Last year, you can count on getting a high-quality shot 9 out of 10 times when that happened. This year, the attention to detail and the concentration and focus and execution has not been there.
Great play by Reeves. He's now got 20. And the lead begins to get away from the Clippers, 112-97.
Yeah. But still, here it is. Hit that. Hit that. There it is.
Big.
Come on.
The Lakers have outscored the Clippers in the fourth, 14-7.
We got 8 minutes left. 4-possession game.
Reeves right to the rim. Blocked by Zoo, recovered by Dunn. Pushed by LaRavia. And it stops the clock with 7:48 to play in the game.
Zoo, just when you think you're getting out the way and you have a shot, that's Zoo. And Chris Dunn, here it is. Not successful in the third quarter, knocking down a 3, but at the beginning, coming out the timeout here, and 8-minute mark, he's able to hit that one. Big shot.
Season high for Dunn. Give and go with Zoo. In and out. Whistle will send him to the line. It'll be the second foul for the Lakers in the fourth.
Well, but that's the offense that we saw in the first quarter, first half. He was quick hitting, got the ball, you made a decision. The defense wasn't in place, and now you were able to find some openings. So really, 2 really good possessions back-to-back for the Clippers.
It's your time. Assemble your best squad for the LA Clippers 3v3 City of Stars All-Star Alliance Tournament. Put your game to the test and battle for the chance to play under the lights at Intuit Dome. Win your division, and you're headed to the 2026 NBA All-Star Game. Register by December 21 at clippers.com/3v3. He's been so steady from the line all year long. But Zoo comes up empty. It's 112-100. Lakers out in front. Doncic, Reeves, the catch and shoot corner 3. We mentioned that this has been the missing element to their offense, the 3-point shot. And tonight, they are 13 of 16.
With Jackson Hayes, because of the lob threat, that attracts Chris Dunn. Don't want to give up, but that's he had to touch him.
13 of 26.
What'd you say the first time?
13 of 16, which would be wild, but it feels like that. Leonard, bump going up, no whistle. He lays it in anyway. He yells foul, not going to get it. He's got 15.
Because this is, you got to provide some kind of resistance right here. Deflections, make it tough to find the open player. That's too easy.
Reeves driven off the line, slaloms his way down the baseline and lays it in. Timeout Clippers 117-102.
And Austin Reeves expanding his game, able to put the Lakers up 15.
Those are the standings in West Group B. Friday, the Clippers finally return home and host the Memphis Grizzlies in NBA Cup action. Coverage begins with pregame show starting at 6:30. Leads us to an earlier tip-off, 7 o'clock on FanDuel Sports Network. Well, here we go. There is time.
Oh, yeah.
But it is worth pointing out. The Clippers had been on the road for 10 days, been living on the East Coast for 10 days. I did feel their energy in the last couple of ball games on the road trip away from LA was strong, and the energy has been good here tonight. Do they have enough to get back into this game? Do they have enough execution to get back into this game is another good question. But the Clippers have shot 55% from the field. 12 turnovers, 10 for the Lakers. But they've been on the offensive glass, 11 offensive rebounds, 5 for the Clippers. And when you factor in the turnovers and the extra shots, here we go. 6:38 to play, down 15. Not a great pass for Kawhi. Pump fake on Hayes. Collins in the corner for 3. Oh, he knocks it down again. He's hit 4 of them. It's 117-105. 6:20 to play in the game. Doncic. They're getting the ball out of his hands, but a whistle and a foul.
What do they call it?
Zoo. He held up. Yeah.
Underneath.
Hayes to Reeves. Reeves with 14 in the fourth. This is where he does all of his damage. His best field goal percentage and his highest points per quarter happen in the fourth. You want to talk about winning games and winning close games. Austin Reeves, a huge reason why. Done the floater and continues to tack on to his season high. He has 19, but the Clippers can't go the speed limit here. 119 to 107, they trail.
Well, you see the double team a little bit trying to get the ball out of Luka's hands, but Lakers doing a good job of that, which is just like we talk about. Okay, now you have a 4-on-3 on the backside when you double up extremely high like that, and you just got to make the right play. And twice in a row, Jackson Hayes has done that.
Tough pass for Dunn to Field. Harden relocates in the corner for the triple.
Kawhi too right there. Kawhi had a little contact on Luka Doncic. The official didn't call it. But watch it here. See how easy it is right here now. It's just pick your poison on the backside. I don't think you should come up with Luka that far. Get him closer, right over half court, closer to the sideline where his passing angles are a lot less available.
Dunn for three. The Lakers rebound. 5 minutes to play. 121 to 107. Doncic. Luka 14 of 27 from the field. He's got a game high 39. Kawhi gets the contact. Now, was his toe on the line? I will say this. It looked like not a natural shooting motion, which the officials have talked about over the last few years. I don't know if they're going to look at that. They're going to say it is a 2-point shot for Kawhi. I'm not going to complain about it. Leonard will go to the line for two.
Yeah, that step through right there. I just think in this situation, the game, because of the three ball, is still in the balance, but you have to have and play with a sense of urgency. Defensively, you got to be scrambling. Your hands have to be active. You got to be talking louder, moving faster than you have been throughout the game. Offensively, you got to push the pace and not settle. Make the right decisions. That's the last 4:45 that we got to see from this Clipper team. You want to walk out of here what I think would be a big-time W for a team against a team that customarily closes it out in the fourth quarter when they're ahead, like you said.
We saw this 8 days ago in Boston. Clippers were down 20-plus points in the second half. Deep into the fourth quarter, make a big run, and they do it here against the Lakers. Deflection, interception. Zoo gets it quickly ahead to Leonard. Kawhi surveys. Zoo inside. What a play by Marcus Smart. Zoo able to recover it. Plenty of time to shoot. Kawhi bump going up by Doncic. Once again, he'll get a return trip to the free throw line.
And I know Luka doesn't like it, but those are the fouls that he normally gets as well. So, superstar on superstar. Kawhi has gotten it twice in a row. And I tell you what, it's a little different when the rabbit got that thing. You know what I mean?
Fourth foul on Doncic.
Old saying, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield.
Well, it appears that Kobe Brown is coming in now, but he's coming in for the shooter Kawhi Leonard. So 26-27 minutes appears to be the cap for Kawhi. He makes the second free throw. The next dead ball, he'll come out of the game, it appears. But we did, again, we saw that on Sunday. He tried to come back into the game. Maybe they're trying to give a quick breather. I don't know the answer, but it does seem like that might be his restriction. Doncic fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
But Chris didn't have to reach on that. I mean, at this point of the game, just play solid defense because Luka wasn't going anywhere. And as tempting as it is, you don't want to do this, which is send the Lakers, in particular Luka, to the line.
Doncic with the first. Kobe Brown checks in. Kawhi. And you can see his body line. I don't know if you could see his body language. He kind of crouched over in disappointment. And I think he's going over to talk to the coaches here. I think he told Kobe Brown, I'm not coming out. Kobe came back over with Kawhi.
But see, this is the different era because, and again, I don't know for sure, but generally the training staff has a lot more control over, especially coming back from injuries over the minutes. You think that a coach would, but if that's what the minute restriction is, I don't care how much he wants to play and how much Ty Lue wants him in there.
Harden going to have to once again come out of a phone booth here for the Clippers. Kobe Brown in the corner to Dunn, attacking baseline on Hayes. Zoo can't get it to go down. Rebound pinballed out of bounds. Last touch by the Lakers. Boy, I'll tell you what. Last week we saw Dunn go inside, throw it down. He is fearless. The 12-point game, 3:43 to play.
Too little. Too little.
Oh, Dunn and Doncic. Ooh. There'll be some penalties assessed here, likely on both sides.
Yeah, Chris is going to get one for putting the ball into Luka. Watch this right here. Boom. Yeah, that started it right here, okay? Now, I wonder if they have words before that. Now, Chris is going to get hit right here. He's going to get hit with that. And then Jackson Hayes is going to get hit with that. And then Chris might be out because of that.
Really think that's that severe?
Well, I said might be. I don't know. It depends. Where the contact was made and was it a closed fist? I don't know.
I was only thinking about the ball.
No, I'm talking about the after.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, yes. I was looking at.
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about when he reached out at Jackson Hayes, not the ball. That's the one I'm more concerned about.
The play is under review for an altercation that does not dissolve.
Well, he's used some interesting words.
Dissolve.
In a good way.
Yeah.
The basket is discontinued.
Yep.
Play does not dissolve. Now let's see it here again.
Sequence by sequence.
You have issue with Dunn boxing out like that on Luka Doncic?
No, right here, the ball. That's the part I'm talking about. Now watch this. Right there.
But what started it all is my question. Did you care for, do you think that was a
egregious box out? Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. It is. No doubt it is. That's why I said I wonder if it was a conversation or it was something going on before that box out. You know what I mean? Because that see right there, made contact to the chin. You see that?
It seemed open-handed.
I don't care, but he made contact to the face.
Saying,
see?
He's gone. I agree. I mean, he's probably going to.
Yeah.
He's going to be done for the night.
And I just said I wonder if a couple plays if it was, see right there, if it was some conversation back and forth between Luka and Chris Dunn that made Chris really go at Luka on that box out. You know what I mean?
Could be the 41 points. No.
I mean, dudes go score in this league. Okay, that's but he can go do that because of that. It's like that seemed like it was a little get back. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, more so than him scoring.
Yeah, I think
after review, it has been determined that Chris Dunn puts the ball in the chest of Luka Doncic, resulting in a foul on Dunn. Following that, the Lakers' Jackson Hayes is assessed a technical foul for his push on Dunn. After that, Dunn is assessed a second unsportsmanlike technical foul and ejected from the game. We will shoot one free throw for the Lakers. Anybody in the game, it'll be Laker ball on the baseline after any made basket.
I think that's a fair ruling.
And whether this is the first tech here, okay? And then Hayes is going to come in there. And then whether this is a closed fist or not, it made contact with Hayes' face. Okay.
Well, Doncic will get one shot for Hayes' technical, offsetting the first technical from Dunn. 3:33 to play in the fourth. It's a currently 10-point game. And it ends the night for Dunn on a season high for him. 19 points. Really offensively looked great. 8 of 13, hit a few threes.
He played an excellent game tonight.
By the way, Clippers down 124-113. James Harden has played 35 minutes. The Clippers are a +2 when he is playing. Doncic. Zoo is lurking, misses everything. Batum the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Hayes. Harden, singly covered by LeBron, trying to get around him. He does. Blocked by Hayes again. They will count this one, however, on the goaltend. 29 for Harden.
Easy call. Not like the first one. He got it while it was still going up.
Doncic chased by Harden. Hachimura a straight on three. Rebound Luka, only purple jersey inside. Clippers were ball watching, and Doncic makes him pay.
See, when you're trying to get back, you can't give that offensive rebound up. I mean, you just can't. Play good defense, you get it out of Luka's hands, and he's the one that ends up getting the rebound.
It's only 5 offensive rebounds for the Lakers in this quarter. It feels like 50. That's certainly the first 2 possessions or so in the fourth for the Lakers.
But it's like when you get them, you know, it's like the big momentum
like turnover,
three,
yeah.
like a turnover. It's sometimes not how many, it's situational when it's happening, and that could have been the rebound you needed to go down and score, and something happens. But because you didn't get it, now Lakers able to chalk 2 more on the board.
It's just a 10-point game. Seen some wild things. Harden on the wing for 3. Reeves behind the defense and lays it in. 20 fast break points for the Lakers. 7 more than their season average. Collins.
And that's been an area, too, of concern for the Clippers is transition defense this year. Not getting court balance either, especially that time off a missed shot. That wasn't even a live ball turnover.
Hayes with the slam, and that might finish it off. 129-115 Lakers. 1:52 to play. Ever miss a live game? You can catch up with game replays on the FanDuel Sports Network app. As soon as the final whistle blows, you can watch every highlight and every big moment. And your choice of 5, 10, or 15-minute condensed games. Download FanDuel Sports Network app today. And the Clippers are going to call it a night. 129 to 115. This will be the final game of that road trip. 7 games begin on November 13th. LeBron James to the rim, lays it in. 20 lead changes tonight. It was back and forth. But the last one happened at the 2:04 mark of the third quarter. And the Lakers have had the Clippers in their rearview mirror. Cam Christie, whose brother played for the Lakers, misfires. 127 remains in this one. Lakers will improve to 13-4. And the numbers tonight will certainly help their overall metrics. But they just continue to find ways to win games.
Well, and this is why I say in the Western Conference, we had a really good conversation with regards to anticipating how it was going to be a gauntlet in the West. But yet the top 3 teams kind of figures their thing out. And then there's a hodgepodge of different teams because Minnesota probably hasn't performed as well. Of course, we haven't because of injuries and other things. Dallas, Memphis. So the Lakers sit in a very good position when all healthy with their components to be a top 4 or 5 team, just based on what's happening right now.
And the success they've had without LeBron is certainly interesting because it's allowed Austin Reeves to kind of stretch his wings, and
DeAndre Ayton just to get touches and feel comfortable and be the rim protector that they were looking for, and then a outlet if he has 2 feet in the paint and could get an easy basket.
Austin Reeves with the foul to get out of the game.
You know, and from the Clippers' perspective, it's we're there, but we're not. The energy level, I think, has. Look, we're going to score. The Clippers may score 120 points. That's enough to win games. The problem has been the inconsistency on the defensive end, and then also too some of the mental errors in critical times of the game that has cost the Clippers momentum. Whether that's a turnover, coming out of a timeout, giving up an offensive rebound, not getting back in transition.
And they'll have just 2 games at home before another East Coast road trip, and those 2 games are back-to-back Friday, Saturday. Memphis, and then the Mavericks, and then they go to Miami.
And who's playing outstanding basketball right now? I mean,
not a surprise if we're talking about Norman Powell. Not a surprise.
Well, I'm just saying in general. I mean, they're
talking about overall.
Overall, 3rd and 4th right now in the East. With Toronto at 2nd, Detroit, Toronto, Miami's at 3rd or 4th. I think they are right now, standing-wise.
4th at 12-6. One of those wins came last month.
3rd. Yeah,
3rd. Yeah, 3rd.
I mean, it's. I'm telling you.
Kobe Brown had some nice plays in the first half. This is the last active possession of the game. Kobe Sanders also had some nice plays. Deflection. Maybe one more possession here for the Lakers. Bronny James dishes off inside. Layup is good for Timmy, who just joined the team on a 2-way contract.
Timmy? Yeah. Gonzaga. Okay, Drew Timmy.
Nine to shoot. Christie creates the contact, puts up the shot. This will delay the inevitable here with 8 seconds to play in the game. Cam Christie will go to the line for a couple. That road trip upcoming for the Clippers: Miami, Atlanta, Memphis, and Minnesota. And the end of that back-to-back, as Christie misses on the first of 2. Clippers are going to fall to 5-13. And for the most part for about 36 minutes. This was a game.
Yep.
This was a real back and forth game. But the Lakers just pulled away. Bronny James in attack mode. This is a cup game, so it's point differential. And that'll do it. Final score 135-118. Lakers over the Clippers in downtown Los Angeles.
Max One Music. Max Wanted Music.